So this video I'm going to show you how to make a clouser, generally for catching flathead or brim or your inland sort of species. You can catch pelagics as well, but this is just going to be more for flathead or brim. You're going to want to get your bobbin and your thread, depending on whichever colour you want. Wrap it up to about the hook point and then come back. We're going to set the eyes in. I've just got extra small 1-60 Oz weight eyes, and all you're going to do is wrap them in. If you don't know how to wrap them in, I guess you could let me know and I can post a video up, I guess. You basically just crisscross, and then if they go one side too much, you just back on the other side, do a few more, and then underneath the eyes itself, so down and down and down, and then back across, and then back up to your nose. Next, we're going to get a bit of material. I'm not too sure on what this is anymore because it's been a while since I've had to make a fly, but we'll cut a bit off at any rate. Not too big, just enough. Whatever size bait fish you're going to try and imitate. About like that, and just pull a few of the two random hairs that won't get pulled into it. Pull them out. You're going to place this, but remember, this is going to be the bottom of your bait fish because the eyes, it'll sink like when it's in the water. Obviously it's going to sink down like that. So this is the belly of your fish and this is the top of your fish. Not that it really matters. Basically you just need to get a fly or whatever you're using in front of the fish before it even decides to eat it. Anyway, we're going to tie this in. So I like to just don't fiddle with it too much because then your hairs on the thing go everywhere. Just nip it down, pull it down tight, put a few wraps in, and bust your string. Man, I hate doing this. Alright, so now that I got that new bobbin on there, you just wind it up if you snap it like I just did, and go underneath your eyes, bring it down on top, pull in holding your material, and just put a few wraps around it, going back a little way, and just hope that it doesn't spew everywhere. And now I'm going to have to sort this mess, and we'll leave it there. Lift up your material as best you can, and we'll trim all that fluff up that I did before, and then just put a few more wraps. And if I had better scissors I could make this a whole lot better, but I can't. My scissors are terrible. And now that we're at this point and I've fixed my front up a bit better, you're going to want to put a little bit of speckle or flash, whatever you want to call it, through your fly. What I want to do is probably get about four or five strands of whichever you want to use. I'm just using some gold speckle, and all I do is I just put it underneath my eyes like that, hold it back, keep it in line, and just wrap it in. Go back underneath your eyes, put a few wraps to the same point that you've wrapped before for the pink, and then that's it. Lock it back in. If you want to, you can put a half hitch knot here just so, you know, if you make a mistake again or your cotton breaks, you can always come back to there. Get a little bit of your nail polish, because this is sort of like your glue in a way, and you just want to dabble it on there, and that is a whole lot because I've never used this before. And get it on there, get it on the back, get it on the eyes, then turn it over like this. Lock your vise back up, always lock your vise back up. Now your excess, you can cut as long as you want. I like to cut it a little bit longer, and then that way at the end I can cut a few shorter and a few leave a bit longer, just to maybe entice the fish a bit more, but get a little bit more of your nail varnish on. Alright, once you've turned your vise over and put a bit of nail varnish on, I am just going to get another bit of the same pink for this video anyway. You can use whatever colour you want, honestly. White works fine for everything, and I mean everything. But with the body, with the top anyway, you want to make it sit a little bit shorter than your bottom piece. So you want it to sit maybe half a centimetre in front at most, like behind. So it sits about here, and it's a bit of a trick to learn, I guess, to put it on, but you just angle it in, keeping your cotton near the eyes. Put about as many as you want, it doesn't matter. Put a few wraps in there, in front of the eyes, towards the eye of the hook. God, I wish I had a better pair of scissors for this. And then you're going to try and trim as much around the eye of your hook away, so that then you can still get your mono for when you tie the fly on in. Once again, I'm not selling this, there's no way I could sell this, but if I catch fish on it, anyone can catch fish on anything. Once you've gotten the top part on and you put a few wraps in, wrap towards the eye of the hook. We don't go back, so we don't go back over it this way behind the eyes. We keep it in front, because then that way it gives you a better profile when you're in the water. But once again, you need to have a fish be there before you're actually going to catch a fish. And when you do a few wraps, make it look a little bit nice, aesthetically pleasing, because you're the one who's going to be using it. Then you make a half hitch. If you want to know how to do it, let me know, and I'll put a video up of it. And you do, I just broke that, but I tied the knot anyway. And you would want to do about, you do as many as you want, really. But I generally only ever do 4 wraps. So 4 times I do the half hitch. So this is what I mean. So you go 1, and then that's 2, and then the first time I did it is another 2. So then I've basically done 4, and I just pull it up tight, cut it as close as you want, get a bit more nail varnish, or you can use glue if you've got glue. At the moment I save my glue for my big flies that I use for pelagics, and then you're just gonna glue the face, glue that top front part that you've just done. Try not to get any inside the eye of the hook itself. That way then you can get your mono or whatever line you're going to be running through the hole. Even if you do, you can always stab the hole with another hook point. But basically that's it. You can obviously change the pattern to whichever way you want, but it'll sink like this. This is why I said before to keep that part there not done behind the eyes, so that way then it gives it just a bit more profile, and it'll sink, and you can cut all of it to shape however you want. But every time, keep in mind, even if you wet it, your fly never sits like that. When you strip and you let it stop, your fly goes boo, back out. So don't go crazy trying to make your fly look, you know, awesomely presentable, because at the end of the day it's going to look like a big pile of mess every time you stop stripping your fly in. So anyway, give it a try. If you like it, like, subscribe. Let me know in comments if you want more, or if you've got a better way, let me know and I'll try and do it. And yeah, thank you very much for watching.